there are a lot of different nonprofits and places that you can volunteer your time. Have always been drawn to babies, and then once I became a mom, really started being drawn to being moms too. They're brand new mamas are so fragile, and there's nothing like them. And so when I heard about this program, I thought, oh, this is made for me. It's practicing for when I have my own grandkids. So looking forward to that. I kind of think sometimes, even though we come from different lifestyles, and some people come from a lot of money and some people have nothing, we give birth the same way, and some of us, might have had a C-section or whatever, but that whole vulnerability, that bringing a little baby for me into the world was so frightening, because the world can be scary, and I was very, very scared of the world when I became a mom. And I survived, and my kids survived. So to be able to help with maybe somebody else who might be feeling that, it just fits. Like, when you put on a glove and it just fits right. It fills my heart. I think it helps my mamas, but it really fills my heart to be able to be a part of that, and just it's a tough time when your baby's little. It can be a really tough time, even if you're well supported. It's a tough time. So to be able to make that a little bit easier and normalize the anxiety, and it just seems the right thing to do, and it just really fills my heart. So that's why I'm in it. Cut.
That's
okay.
Excellent.
Yeah,
that's
right.
Excellent.
That was excellent.
Thank you. Okay,
yeah, that
then
was really
now I have to.
I would just coach you one thing. So when you say this program, or
I need to say
just
this
say prepares.
Prepares.
So we know what you're talking about. Otherwise,
Prepares.
that was excellent.
Okay.
Let's just continue.
All right. Give me another something to talk about.
What drew you to Prepares, and what?
Well, before I answer that, remember, it's the funny story that I wanted to open a closet.
Oh, that's right.
And I was like, you're not getting any younger, your husband's gone, this would be a great thing to do, it's so needed. And then right there on my feed came up this thing from Prepares that there's a kids closet. And I'm like, what? So I went to Steve and I said, what is this? And so that's how I got hooked up with it. So I wasn't like looking, so obviously that was somebody sending. But, so I don't know if that really ties in with the way, because it was just...
That was definitely a practical way. You might sum it up by saying, I was at a moment in my life where I kind of felt like I had this idea of really looking at a closet to support.
Okay. Okay.
And then suddenly.
Okay, I have to wait till my phone stops buzzing, because. There, sorry, Bob.
Suddenly I saw something. Did you see it in your parish bulletin?
No, I saw it on Facebook of all places.
Okay.
So.
And just say, So then I saw an announcement for Prepares closet in my community, and I thought I knew I had to be a part of it, because that just fit for me.
Okay.
And then right after that, you might slide into. There's so many worthy things that you could spend your time in doing, like.
But I thought I already answered that.
Oh yeah, you did.
That was the first question. I was going to say that's already answered that one. He can reverse that. I can lead into that one.
Yeah,
so.
You're right.
We've got it.
And then say two things about your connection, about you and her, and then that way it'll tie into whatever is going to happen in a moment.
Okay. So I was kind of at this point in my life where I wanted to do something that was really meaningful, and again, babies and mamas have always been my passion. And I had a friend whose mother back in Maine did this little closet where people could come and get onesies and, some clothing or maybe a package of diapers. And I'm like, you're not getting any younger. It's time to do this. And I thought I need to partner with a nonprofit. And of course I thought of Catholic Charities, because I love Catholic Charities. And that night I'm looking at my phone and I see this a little announcement for the kids' closet of the Prepares program. And I'm like, what is this? It was exactly what I was talking about. And I knew I had to, I didn't know it was already going on, but it was like, I have to be a part of this. This is kind of what I had decided what I wanted to do anyways. So I talked to somebody I knew who was kind of a higher up at Catholic Charities, and he got me hooked up with the right people, and it's just been really fulfilling. I have a lot of, having worked in nonprofits and being a school teacher, I had a lot of, I guess not expertise, but experience in those kind of business situations that I think have been really helpful for the organization. And when Cindy said, would you like to be a companion? And I was just like, oh yeah, and took the training, and that was all great. And Sarah's a perfect example of that fit that I was talking about.
Who's Sarah?
Sarah. Okay, so
Sarah is my family match.
Okay. So one of my family matches is Sarah, and she's got a beautiful little girl named Ava, who's about to be 2. And I got called from the office that Sarah needed some diapers, and so I said, oh, well, I'll take her some diapers. And I went over to meet her, and she invited me in, and we got to talking, and there was just something. Somehow I got talking about my husband, who passed 4 years ago, and this has been a huge part of that journey for me of finding who I am without him. And she talked about the fact that she didn't have a mother any longer, and there was just some clicking going on. And at the end I said, I was going to suggest that you go with another one of our companions, but do you need me to start over that?
No.
Oh, okay.
You're fine.
I was going to suggest that I was going to hand you off to one of the companions, but I think I want to keep you for myself. And she said, I think I want you to keep me too. And it was just, from there on, it's like we've known each other a long time. And I still, every time we get together, I still learn new things about her, but we have that common, we both have suffered real grief, which is kind of that identification theory that I learned about in the training. Again, that, we may be all different, but there's some core things. We've all given birth, and probably in most cases, we've all suffered some tragedies and some sadness, and we just kind of connected on that on such a deep level that I just so look forward to, are you sure you don't need any diapers right now? An excuse to go see her. But her and Ava, yeah, she's a cutie.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
Stuff.
Is that
That's
okay?
So I don't want to interrupt Cindy what she's doing, but were you you're coming into your first companionship? Were you
She's not
anxious?
my first.
But even in general.
Oh.
Talking about
Yes.
getting into the program, were you
Okay.
anxious about?
I was.
hooking
I was
up with
nervous.
someone? So tell us your experience with.
So I do remember my first companion, and I had a staff member from Catholic Charities go with me because as I'm a very outgoing person and I'm pretty confident, but it was just like, this is weird. I'm just going into someone's house and introducing myself and hopefully getting to hold their baby. In this case, it was twins. But right away, it's just the mama in that case was so happy that there was someone there, and she was away from her family, and she's got 2 babies and 2 older ones, and I told her right up front, I'm a little nervous, so I brought Maricela with me, and she was like, I don't think she knew what to expect either, but it's just like when you make friends, something happens and it just works.
Fantastic. Excellent.
Yeah, that's really good. Thank you.
I think
What do you think? Are there any other